Ah, it's looking good. We're looking good so far. We're looking good. This might do it. Stream. We're live. So frustrated. So frustrated. Oh, let me open it. There we are. Let me actually muck around with something real quick. $25 or $624. Try that out.
Danganronpa.
Yeah, it's still cropped at the edges. That's weird. Oh my god, it actually works now. I don't know what happened. I can't figure it out for the life of me. Okay, I want to take a look around. I want to just think about all this again. I'm kind of waiting on everyone to get here. I need to think about this.
So, however, indeed.
Check out the map. How plausible is it that someone could have come out the back here? I have to find Sayaka. From a bonbon she gave her. What do we have? Time of death estimated to be around 11 noon. Strong blow to the victim's head. Vomiting of blood, but it's not necessarily what killed her. Hello, Nick. Written note, Satoko Byakuya and Yasuhiro asking them to meet her at the rec room by noon. I think the plan is to just... I guess the plan is to just go investigate those. I don't... Those other two probably went back to their rooms. I just don't see a world... I don't know if this is a murder. Dude, I actually miss Chihiro so fucking bad. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds... Huh?
Who's there?
Oh, never mind. Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good
Hey,
mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Is any time ever a good time? Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. Aw. You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit it, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. And now Yasuhiro, who is Mundo, Kiyotaka, Junko, Celeste, Aoi, Leon, Yasuhiro. There we are. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? Did you use your tunnel, brother? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, then she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her into the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around with it in his pockets. Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Oh, God, there's a lot to this one. More like Phlegm Lab. You sure about that one? You sure that's what you want to go with? These windows don't lead anywhere. They don't even go into the These windows are literally useless. They're supposed to go in towards the game room. That one would be right behind where the right behind where the locker is. If there was a false back, one of these two. Oh, this is the wrong one. Oopsies. Chem lab. Chem lab. Where'd the chem lab go? Chem, there it is. Oh. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Huh. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. This shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Simply put, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. But how have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Let's see, what's going on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C. Or C9. Jesus Christ. Could someone have put it here by accident? I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was that bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an unsufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. What? Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I had drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left those footprints had only had business at the leftmost shelf. Do we really need a floor plan for that? They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Yeah, good job, genius, you fucking asshole. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good, hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. And that's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. So... they would have to be smaller than Makoto. Makoto is 5'3". I mean, we don't know how big this dude's feet are. Aoi is my size. Toko is actually just bigger. Definitely not Sakura. He's 6'1". It's... I mean, we don't know how big their feet are, is the main problem. But Kyoko... how heavy is Makoto? Makoto is 115. She's 5'6". Aoi is 5'3" and 110. Toko is 5'4" and 104. What did that say again? I want to look at this one more time. No, I know, like, size doesn't really matter, but, like, I don't know.
I see.
You also need to learn how to make use of those clues. But until we get any information on what the shoe sizes are, it doesn't really matter.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, anyways, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then, how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry. Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
You see the yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I
That
see.
powder is clue number 1.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so just let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. I can only assume that the blood is Sakura's, but that's strange if true. Why is it so far away from where she died? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. It's been framed. The hands are clear. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you'd think that, but it just seems too easy, if anything. It makes me that much more suspicious. Yeah, they wouldn't do that fucking again, would they? I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Well, there's 2 missing.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. We're missing the queen. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullet section.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make some sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. Yep. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
Then.
So now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, the normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
Then.
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is only still half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Oh. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Not okay. She didn't die to the blows to the head. Not likely. I don't know about this one. I wish I could figure this one out. But this one's just weird. Missing a top and a bottom to this bottle somewhere. To the second bottle. And we're also missing a figure. Because we have the king, but we're missing the queen. I think it was Sakura in the lab. Her feet actually seem to be oddly small. And the yellow powder's on there. Okay, what am I thinking? So the first thing I want to do is try to disprove. I want to try to disprove that it was a suicide. That's the first thing I want to do. If I can disprove that it was a suicide, that means I can confidently start working on proving that it was a murder. So, if it was a suicide, she would have mixed her drink. The question becomes, how did this spill by the other side while she was over at the left chemical section? It makes sense for her to be going for supplements, but then why is there a Chem C bottle? Interestingly enough, the Chem C bottle and these red bottles are pretty much the same, or look similar. So it's plausible to say that those are related. Whatever happens, we know that those two bottles were broken, but we're missing one section. I can't think. I really want to sit here and try to solve this, but I think I'm just going to go for the trial to knock it out. I want to try to solve it, but I'm missing the pieces, and I don't think I have the freedom to sit around and just, like, do all this front to back. Well, not missing pieces, sorry. I have all the pieces. It's just awkward because Toko, someone must have lied. Well, Yasuhiro definitely lied. But is he just a bad liar? I don't know. I'm really torn. I think I've missed something. I don't know. Why would Sakura be dead? Who would have reason to kill her? And why? She must have died to poisoning. She's facing the door. No one could have snuck up on her. Or more specifically, how would they have locked the door? It's the locked room thing that makes it. Because how would they have locked the door? There's no way. You can't lock the door from the inside and put the chair up against it. It just doesn't work. I wish we had more information about these poisons. and what they did exactly. I think Sakura... The locked room, when they talk about it, I don't know. I really want to go 2 for 2 here and be able to solve this whole case, but... let's just do it. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist, Emoji! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! XD! This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? T_T. He's right, that does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator, lowercase o underscore uppercase O. I'll see you all down there. I could not be fucked to do that. Actually, fuck it. Wait, what is that? Left arrow? Left arrow, open parentheses, asterisk, dash, asterisk, left arrow, close parentheses. Fuck it. No, I can't do it. There. That's all you get. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the word.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. I think it's poison. And that person is here? That person is one of us? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly Class trial. Yes, I want to save. Alrighty. Oh, mackerel, mackerel, mackerel. I'm gonna put him in Melodious voice. I think that's probably the best for me right now. I think all this is just... I think all that's good. I think I've got a good setup of stuff now. Let's just go for it. Let's just go right into it. We'll figure it out one way or another.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro.
So we don't know who did
One
it.
of you.
Right?
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Nobody do. Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
There's got to be some reason why Hina feels so strongly.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
What are all their accounts specifically? Aoi's is... And Toko, okay.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I see what you're saying.
It was
Yeah,
you.
so no, you're right. It would be Aoi's account
One of you
on
killed Sakura. Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Boom.
No,
Nice, good shot.
wrong.
Good shit, Nick. Good shit. I think it isn't Hina?
Suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those
But
three
why?
killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it?
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Pocket Trash on, never saw her. Those three were definitely contacted, but they claim they never went to see Sakura. But I don't think that's true. One of them is definitely lying.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet, there's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
No, that's wrong.
All right, we're taking this. It's opening slow. It's opening slow. Little bits. Little bits.
When we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the
Weak.
warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... yeah, I got my piece from Hina too, that's the ticket! And that's where the wrapper came from when Hina gave me the piece of that one time. Huh? What one time? As if! Why would I ever give a moron like you any of my candy? Yeah, you don't have to say it like that! Wait, what? Oh, I fucking thought this said Sakura gave. Okay, no, so that's my bad. I thought it said Sakura got the candy from Hiro,
I got it.
or from Aoi.
I'm not sure about that.
No, no, you're right. I got mixed up.
Hina didn't actually
I thought that was
give Sakura the
bizarre.
candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Damn it! Fuck! I don't know why that's so funny to me. Just it was so sudden. Fuck! Damn it!
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
That's a quick swap.
Why the sudden hostility?
For once, I agree with Toko.
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Oh, got him!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you
This is
talking
messy.
about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How do you know?
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
That's not my fault, Kels.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was...
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No. There's an obvious problem with what Hiro said before. He's a virgin! He's not a tunnel brother! The truth comes out. He's no tunnel brother of mine.
When I found the dying message, when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message, it was only